All right, story number two. Now, a lot of talk around the Super Bowl. Super Bowl talk is probably going to keep heating up between now and the actual Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar is headlining the Super Bowl 2025. I believe it's Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. On this channel, I'll cover this from a lot of angles because it really was big news. And there were a lot of people who were very upset. A lot of people were very upset because they felt like Lil Wayne has earned the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl. Now, I've given my opinions on this on this topic, and I honestly think that we're probably past debate. I don't think there's no time to make any changes at the Super Bowl. For the Super Bowl performance or lineup is locked in now. But people do have a lot of love for Lil Wayne since it is in New Orleans. It would obviously be something incredible to see for their culture. To see Lil Wayne, rock in front of his city, arguably the greatest rapper of all time, it would be major. Now, there's a number of reasons where it also makes sense for Wayne not to have been selected, but the conversation has reached conspiratorial levels. And so people think that, Jay-Z did this to spite Drake or Wayne or Nicki Minaj, with some of their behind-the-scenes challenges and frictions. Some people believe that, it was Jay-Z on his own. TMZ Hip Hop has reported that it was Jay-Z on his own that makes the decision. But Master P is the entertainment ambassador for New Orleans. And in the description of who gets to select who performs at the Super Bowl, they also mention the NFL, and they also mention the host city being a part of that decision. Now, I'm not sure if we'll ever know exactly how that conversation went. But Kendrick Lamar obviously deserves it, and, with the year he's having on top of that, the pop-out was basically a tryout for that. I'm not sure how many people realize this, but there was a Cash Money reunion during New Orleans Jazz Fest this year. That show had a lot of problems. So if that was a tryout for the Super Bowl, it didn't go very well, right? So there's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. But Master P, the entertainment ambassador for New Orleans and, the legendary rap icon, rap mogul, he did an interview with WGNO-TV in New Orleans. And we're going to take a look at it. He talks about a number of different things. He talks about the Super Bowl, of course, but, he talks about just different things he's doing for the community and gives advice to people who are looking to start their businesses. Master P is one of my favorite people to listen to be honest. I think Master P's interviews, I always take so much away from his interviews. So this one's it's a 7-minute clip. Let's take a look at it and see what Master P has to say. Shout out to D1 too. I put up another clip of my conversation with D1 today, and he's in that conversation. He's talking about how when he was in high school or middle school, they took a field trip to go see Master P perform Ice Cream Man, which is a crazy visual in my mind of a field trip to go see Master P perform Mr. Ice Cream Man. So nevertheless, here's P. Let's see what he's got.
Man extraordinaire Master P joins us once again. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
P, just recently, Amir names you as our entertainment ambassador leading up to the Super Bowl. What do you hope to deliver, and what do you hope to sort of shine a light on as far as our entertainment here?
Well, just taking care of people, and it's bigger than entertainment. My thing is with the mayor saying that we need to make sure business get their just due here. I want to talk to the NFL people. I want to talk to the local business here. We want to make sure that diversity in business is taken care of for our people. We put the right people in the right place so we could benefit from this too. So once the Super Bowl over, this is bigger than just the Super Bowl for us because life goes on after that. So I want to make sure our people are taken care of.
As a successful businessman, there's also something to be said for when you're given this opportunity that you're prepared to deal with it. Yeah. As a local business, what type of advice could you give our local businesses in terms of getting that opportunity?
Yeah, you know what? Make sure you fill out the proper document. Make sure you understand what's going on. Don't wait too late because a lot of people think everything gonna happen during the Super Bowl, but it's happening now.
Yeah, it's early on.
Yeah, you gotta get your paperwork. And a lot of times with these things, it's really just following the process. I know we're 4 years out from the Olympics in Los Angeles, but businesses are really starting to get their ducks in a row now because they want to be in the best position possible to maximize all the people from outside the community, outside the city who will be descending on Los Angeles. So, This is really a great thing to point out. It might sound like a small thing, just make sure your paperwork is good, but you'll be surprised how many people find themselves behind the 8 ball when it comes to big activations like this.
You're appearing with the mayor today on her podcast a little later on. That should be really exciting. Talk to me about some of the stuff that you're hoping to deliver there as well.
Yeah, I want to talk about things that's going on in the community with our culture, also our schools. I went to Warren Eastern, and the school been around since 115 years, and I got with the students, and we created a program, talk about financial literacy, entrepreneurship, a fun way of learning, but I want to make sure we take care of these schools, because now, when I actually visited the school, the principal told me how important it is that the gym need fixing, the locker room need fixing. It's been around, and this is a city school, so I want to talk about not just Warren Eastern, but the schools in here in the city that need help, because we want to make sure the education part is taken care of. And so I want to do financial literacy through all the schools in here and teach these kids.
I swear I wish I'd have got it in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have just been buying tennis.
Yeah, financial literacy is a big topic. I actually taught a couple of financial literacy courses for the LA Mission. I'm an LA Mission ambassador. And it seems like it's taken more of an importance in schools in general. I think I saw a couple of bills in different states where they're now adding financial literacy to the curriculum. But Master P's always on top of stuff like this, man. This is another reason why I really appreciate his conversations.
Jerseys and belts and all
that. But that's what I want to teach our kids. So you could go to teamhopefoundation.org and help. So business people that's looking, alumni from the school, we need contractors, we need builders, we need people, because we know when these kids come into these schools, I want them to feel good. So education is so important. I feel like if I talk to the mayor about early education, then that'll take a lot away from crime, because our kids need a good start.
Yeah, they need direction for sure. Percy, in terms of doing the entertainment ambassador thing, certainly a lot of noise has been made about Wayne not being chosen over Kendrick and all that. How do you weigh in on that? I saw a quote or two where you said you were excited that Kendrick is in. He's a huge star.
Yes.
But an inclusion of Wayne should be a part of this as well.
I mean, Wayne is one of the biggest artists from here, and I would love to see that. The thing is now, it's already done. There's nothing we can do about it. So now
it's already done. There's nothing we can do about it.
Got to focus on what we could do in this community and this culture, and we know how big Lil Wayne is. We know that he deserved that. But now we got to spend our focus. Too much is going on in our community and our culture. We got to figure out how can we feed our people. How can we make changes for the culture? And I'm more focusing on that now, because some of these things, these are the people that made those decisions. It ain't like they could take it back. So shout out to Lil Wayne. We know he's the greatest rapper alive, but we also got to know that this is a business. And that's why I focus on entrepreneurship, because we need to own more of these things. So imagine if people like us own more of these stuff, we wouldn't be in the background.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in the background waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting deflection. He did a good job there. That was really smooth. He gave Lil Wayne his props, said that he deserves to be there, and then said, it's over now, though. So it's time to reposition these conversations, because there's still a lot more to the culture than just who's performing at the Super Bowl.
Somebody else to make a decision.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Master P, No Limit Records, you guys have a slew of hits. Would you ever welcome an opportunity like that to showcase your artists?
I would love to see Master P at a Super Bowl, to be honest. Can you imagine No Limit Soldiers? Like his catalog is so anthemic. So anthemic. It's built for grand stages.
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm going to focus on the business part of it. And I always put it in God's hand. Whatever happened. I love the NFL. I love the Super Bowl. But I'm going to focus on the business side to figure out how to bridge the wealth gap when we talk about financial literacy. So I'm on that journey to where philanthropy is so important to me. And that's what I want people to know. Like, if you could help, you want to be a part of this, go to teamhopefoundation.org, and let's make a difference, because we can't take none of this with us. And I hope that people that understand what we're going through, you got to be able to sleep good at night. Yeah. You got to do the right thing. Yeah. And so I think a lot of people are going to understand this from now and say, hey, how can I do the right thing? So I'm building brands like Miller Family Foods, because I want to give healthy alternative foods to our people in our community. Also, I want to focus on the elderly and the youth. Yeah. So all these financial literacy courses are so important to me, because I want to make sure the next generation get it, so we can pass that down even when we're not here. Now the next generation can take care of it.
P, before you get out of here, I got to get you to weigh in on this.
Yeah.
And not how most folks are sort of throwing, social media and all that. The whole thing with Diddy is all over everywhere.
Yes.
But you always had a reputation of not getting caught up in any of that. And even with your artist, I remember having conversations with me and other folks said, man, P don't play that. He just, let's get our money, let's make these records and take care of our families. Why do you think you never got caught up in what all of that is?
Well, because I realized, right, I have the same friends I had when I started out. Me and By are still friends. So, and we came up with nothing. I think a lot of these people don't realize that a lot of these people want to be your friend once you make it.
Yeah.
My thing is, this is about a family. So we stronger together. Whatever we have, we're going to share it with each other. And, I love men now. I also got to send a shout out to Chopper, man. Get well. He was in an accident. And we praying for him and his family. So my thing is, I want to uplift the people around me. My thing is creating growth and changes. So I always put my trust and faith in God. So a lot of people want to meet people and hang out with people. But I realize that people really just want to be with you because now you're successful. And so I stick to myself. And I know that if I put my trust and faith in God, all these years we still here. And think about it, right? People show all the negative stuff, but look all the positive things we've been doing all these years that don't go viral. But look how quick this stuff is the biggest stuff in the world. Think about we in the school teaching financial literacy. You think that should be viral? Like we come from hip hop, we changed our lives, and we're teaching financial literacy. We created a song that can teach hip hop and financial literacy in 2 minutes. Wow. This is history. But look at the stuff we worried about.
They created a song that can teach hip hop and financial literacy in 2 minutes. I have to hear that. I'm gonna look for that song. If anybody has a link to that song, send me a link to it. I haven't heard that.
And so, man, I'm gonna just keep praying for our culture. I'm gonna keep praying for hip hop. But y'all know now it's time to make some of this positive stuff go viral.
Yeah, what about young people?
Time to start making some of this positive stuff go viral. I love Master P's conversations for things like this. And, Master P, shout out to C Murder. C Murder's his brother. Two of the biggest interviews we ever did. I think the two biggest video interviews I did that went really viral were both Master P conversations. And he would talk about the power of a name. The power of a name. He said his name was Master P because he wanted to be the master of his environment. He wanted to be able to, to usher in a level of positivity and understanding and control and, be a master of his own universe, so to speak. And during the conversation, we were talking about C Murder, his brother, who is still incarcerated. And he said, my brother chose C Murder as his name. And you see how his life turned out. A lot of times the universe, the energetic connection between, thoughts, manifestation, even the power of a name and a brand really go really far. And, Master P, I think, has always reminded people of the possibilities of us as a people in his interviews, in his conversations, and his impact on his community. I thought this was a really good conversation. You get some Diddy stuff in there. I thought that was good advice. Keep good people around you. Keep your family around you. And like he said, hey, the Super Bowl's locked in now, so we have to work on the next phases of what this opportunity can mean for the people of New Orleans and Louisiana. Let me know what you guys think about this. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @The Company Man on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping in. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog. You don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.